All right, I'm recording.
All right, welcome back to another edition of Lando Cal Risen Experience. The Lando Cal got my brothers, the Oracle in here. What's going on, my brother?
Brother, man, what's happening, dog? Like this, 2020, right?
Man, man,
2020, bro.
2020 has been a hitter. It's been the hits keep on coming.
Bro, it's wild and crazy shit going on, man. That's all I can say.
Ted, what's been going on, my brother?
Hey, man. It's 2020, like you said. Can't complain, man. We got a lot of reasons, but,
Yeah, man. So, I mean, y'all been holding it down during quarantine. We got people emailing us all mad and stuff like that.
Straight up.
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
I know
man.
niggas probably pissed, but I mean, at this point, you just shit been going on, man. So that's, life been happening with all of us, man. So that's
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
it's collectively on all of us, man. Because I know I have been doing my own shit, and I know Ted been family man in it lately, and Daryl been family man in it, Jules been family man in it. So I mean, niggas just been busy at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but
Yeah.
but as you can see, we here, we got the Zooms and we getting shit back done. So, yeah. And but how you been, Daryl, man?
Man, I've been good, man. I mean, every day is Groundhog Day, baby. It's the same
Right.
day over and over again.
Right.
Ain't no weekends, it ain't nothing. It's just days.
Those days.
This got to be how it was to be. Well, I won't. I was
Before they invented the calendar or the
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
or the work
I
week.
also thinking this is how it be to be a slave. You know, and no difference in your days. Every day is picking cotton.
Hey, dog, before they invented the work week. It was just like,
Yeah,
hey,
exactly. Every
roll it.
day was in the fields.
Right. Henry Ford invented the work week. Was like, well, you don't need to do that no
So
more.
that's who invented the work. Was Henry Ford.
I believe so.
I think
Okay.
so. I think he's right, yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. All right, fellas, let's jump right into some of these topics, man. Chadwick Boseman, man, has passed away, man. T'Challa's dead, man.
Oh, dog. That was an unexpected sadness. I mean,
Yeah.
2020 already got enough. We done lost Kobe. Of course, COVID been wiping people out left and right. And black people been getting fucked up left and right during quarantine,
Yeah.
which is fucking crazy. And it's so much it's like something new damn near every other day almost, man. Like Trump about to get us blown the fuck. I don't know if the way these candidates going, man. We got 4 more months left. I'm expecting November to be a shit show. No matter who win at this point, of course I definitely don't want Trump ass office no more, but it's just like
Oh, he gonna do whatever he can to stay in that mode.
oh, he gonna say whatever the fuck he need to
He
say,
ain't,
dude.
they don't even pass it over until January. He already said that if he lose, he gonna demand a recount.
Like he not leaving. Like he's like,
No,
no.
dog, he's not.
What's real baffling about all that shit is like, dude, like, so what if the mail-in vote work in your favor? Then what? Is it still a failure or is it a success?
He just used it as an excuse because he was using mail-in voting before. They had already pulled his record.
Of course, but that's
No, what he gonna say is what he gonna do is he gonna be like
this nigga.
he gonna be like we should always do mail order. I mean mail. We should always do
No,
mail.
you're right. Mail order. That's how you got Melania.
Mail.
I mean,
She is a mail order bride.
I mean, bro. I mean, let's call a spade, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's how I'm looking at shit right now, man. But even me personally, man. I can't complain too much. Man. I'm blessed, man. In good health. Thankfully my family in good health, and my house is cool. Ain't everyone working, everyone eating. Can't say that for a lot of people out there. So I know I'm fortunate, man. We survive like I am right now, man. So that's why I'm just trying to stay positive, keep my head above water.
Yeah, so Chadwick Boseman's passed, fellas. So what y'all kind of thoughts? Me and Matt on the Scenario podcast kind of did our little deep dive and discussed them. So, I mean, what's y'all brothers? How do y'all brothers feel?
I'll let you go first on that.
It's just a you feel like you losing an icon before you got a chance to become an icon.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's like losing Denzel early.
Right, exactly. Like you see the potential, you see his movie choices. Like I just read an article uh, on Michael B. Jordan. So Michael B. Jordan got his spent 3 years on All My Children or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he only got that part because Chadwick Boseman turned it down. And Chadwick Boseman had his part for a week and basically brought it to the exec like they were on some his whatever the character's name is, let's call him Reggie, was super stereotypical. And so Chadwick basically was trying to decide, since it's his first acting credit, did he want to not say something and just kind of write it out so he can get something in or whatever. And he said it wasn't true to self. So he brought it up to the execs and said, like, yo, y'all really got some stereotypical stuff because he was a gangster that was like adopted and, they were running him like, how any mid 2000 or late 90s, mid 2000 stuff would be. And they fired him, but they kept the suggestions and then gave it to Michael B. Jordan.
Right, yeah, I saw some clips of it. He did the role. He was like robbing a bank. He's like, everybody put their hands down. I just want the money.
So, but the fact that Chadwick, just on his first time out, was like, nah, dog, if you're not representing my people right, I ain't doing it. That's deep. That's when you're in touch with something higher, bro. Because you're not even thinking about yourself at that point. And, the possibilities of what's going on. And then, thinking on it, even on that point, like, he must have been good to be fired and still being able to be where he is today. Because usually, I would imagine you get let go of, especially that early, you might get, I don't want to say blackballed, but people are going to be really cautious about working with you. But, when you got character like that, you got integrity, it's just hard to match.
Hey, hold on. I'm finna, let me share my screen real quick, James. I'm finna play Chadwick's role real quick on on the soap. It was All My Children.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's funny.
but he gonna tell why I pull this up.
So yeah, man, I just think that we lost a champion. We lost a people's champion. It's crazy to watch. Just in general, like a character being able to touch so many people and so many lives, like and just purely, I don't want to say purely, but really just based off of representation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then on top of that, you got like he's like the perfect person to play the role too, like because that's his character outside of the character, like, embodying that sort of regality in the world. Man, it's just it's a sad state of affairs, and then on top of that, to top it all off, my man was battling an incurable disease for 4 years, and nobody knew.
That's ill, ain't it? Like that he was, man, the fact that he was what he was going through, like.
And it was crazy, man. And I remember seeing clips. I was like, I feel like he looks like, I always feel like it always shows in the neck sometimes. And I was like, man, I just wonder, if he's okay, or like some other people say, like maybe he's doing it for a role or something, like, kind of like how 50 and Christian Bale did, where they had to drop a lot of weight. But to know that he was doing this and, still making 7 movies before, his passing in that sort of state, it was just that's like on some David Goggins type shit. Like if y'all don't know who David Goggins is, please look him up.
Break that down for some people real quick that may not know.
David Goggins is a military man. He's a black military man that's basically become renowned because he I think he went through 3 different types of military schools. So I think he was like a SEAL, Marine, and Army or something like that.
Dang.
Yeah, like he's a tough son of a bitch, bro. But like if you just listen to him, he's talking about he grew up, in Indiana, and was basically like one of very few in a small town. One of very few black. Got picked on all the time. Called niggers. Like I think it was like a hub for the KKK. And he said one day he,
Oh wow.
he said he wasn't sure where his life was heading. He was like his whole job was he was making like $1,000 a month spraying for cockroaches. He was 6'1", 300 pounds. Like he was huge. And somebody said something to him about running in. It was like 100-mile marathon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was to raise money or just do something. No, he had to do it to get into one of the schools. I think one of the army schools as prep, and but he found out last minute didn't have time to train. It was like it was like 2 days from when he found out. And he said he just did it. He said he beat the time. He like a third of the 2/3 of the way through, he ended up cracking his shins. He said,
Wow.
buddy, yeah. He said so. He pulled up to the side. He pulled his socks all the way up, and he duct taped his from foot to ankle. Ankle all the way up to his mid calf.
How does brother have duct tape on him?
Huh?
How do you have duct tape on him?
I didn't know he. You could stop on the side. When you're doing like marathons and stuff, and get back in to pick up where you left out.
Right.
So, but this is 100 miles that he was running.
I'm saying, but like, who had duct tape on them? I'm saying in general, just had duct tape.
I mean, this military,
Oh, it's military.
Duct tape is,
okay.
No, duct tape can do some shit, man.
So
Jesus.
But yeah, he duct taped the stuff so he could finish, bro. Like,
Damn.
I mean, he's a tough dude, bro. He's a tough ass dude. I mean, it's what he talks about. Like, if you go to his YouTube, like, it's just he talks exactly how you think he would talk. He's just straight up, no bullshit, all curse words. There's just no excuses for him.
Let's
just
get
like,
it done.
let's get it done. Like, if it's gotta happen, let's get it done. He has a book out that I heard is phenomenal called "You Can't Hurt Me" or something like that. And bestseller. People love him. There's somebody actually wrote a book about him. I forgot what his name is, but there's a dude called Living with a Seal, and basically he paid him to. This dude's like he's big in Silicon Valley, but he let Geigen stay with him for 3 months to rip him into shape, and it's basically all about that experience.
Like how much shape did he get into in 3 months?
Oh, I mean, he prepped him for like I want to say like a 26-mile marathon, but he had him up every day at 4:30. He made him sleep on the floor. Like, it was all about like getting out of your comfort zone.
Oh wow, that's pretty dope.
Damn.
So you see, you feel like that was a situation with him, especially what
he's going through. I mean, he took it upon himself. He was like, if it's something I made a commitment to, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here, so I'm gonna ride it out until I can't, till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, that's man.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's your thoughts, James?
I mean, with me, man, when I first heard the news, because when you text me and told me, that's how I found out, man. Honestly, first,
Yeah.
I was like Black Panther Z. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? Like,
good line.
So I went Google, like Chadwick Boseman. I was like, Dead at 43. My heart just like, and when I saw what it was, just my heart sank when I saw like how it happened. I was like, because man, solely because it kind of hit me, and I got sad solely because man, like I got cancer running my dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I lost a good amount of people to cancer, and had and got rest, rest peace to all of them, and then when my mother-in-law recently passed from cancer as well. It's just that was a close death, and so it's just like damn, and so you just hearing someone that's 43, just that young, you know what I mean? It just really fucked with me because it's like, damn, he was there, and then like Ted said, the fact that dude did 7 movies in the span of 4 years, and now forever immortalized in those movies, and not even just in Black culture, but just period, just in pop culture, like as a whole now, because of how well he did with Black Panther. it's a massive loss, man. And he was part of the generation of the actors, up there with like the John David Washingtons and the Michael B. Jordans that's out now, and the Lakeith Stanfields, and
Mm-hmm.
you know the David Kaluyas, and the Childish Gambinos and shit like that. He in that area. And the Byron Tyree Henrys, everyone that's in that this range now that's doing real good as a young black actor. It's like damn. It's like we lost a damn good one, and then just the sole fact that you know I really feel for you know little boys, man, because I'm just thinking about back to when we first reviewed Black Panther, and I remember what I said about young boys, like seeing these young kids, it's like 4 or 5 years old, taking me back to when I was 4 or 5 years old and shit. You know what I'm saying? And seeing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's just the excitement and their faces lighting up, and then I'm thinking about you know, how parents, gotta sit and tell them, hey, your black Superman just died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
because like I love Superman growing up, so that was my thing. Superman shirt. But and of course I knew about Black Panther. I had a Black Lightning poster in my bedroom, had Black Panther comics, all that stuff, man. I was raised pro-black. You know what I'm saying? But the sole fact of I'm seeing little kids having that same experience that I could have wished I had back in the '90s and shit like that. Early '90s
Mm-hmm.
and shit. You know, it just really made me say, and then seeing all the little kids, have their own little funeral ceremonies with their little
Yeah,
toys,
with the
and
toys.
that made me sad, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, it was sad, man. Like it's just like you really put an impact on a lot of people. I mean, mind you, yes, you played yes, you played a fictional characters, and yes, you played real characters, like James Brown, Jackie Robinson,
Mm-hmm.
Thurgood Marshall. You know what I'm saying? You played them roles and played in a fantastic way. But it's just but Black Panther is what he's going to be. Like how Christopher Reeve was Superman, how Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, how Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, nigga, you Black Panther. Oh, how LeBron and how just kind of like that, like how Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. Like how
Mm-hmm.
like no, like you can't see no one else as Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. That's kind of like how he is now. Like I can't see no one else as another Black Panther. It's
What
like
about? Well, I mean,
it's
you
not that
mentioned it
soon.
earlier,
Not that
John David
soon, at
Washington.
least. You know what? And if you had him or someone like Yahya Abdul Mateen be like a Casper Cole, I'll be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good balance. Because there'll be a different character, but just trying to be a new T'Challa, nah,
Yeah.
that's it's it's just like it's not like the Joker, man. Like you can get away playing the Joker 1,000 times with different people, it's not gonna matter. It's like nah, this mattered really too much to the black culture. It's kind of like like seeing when Denzel played Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? And how
Yeah.
niggas like shit, damn, he really Malcolm X.
No, that's real.
And that's how kind of like that's how this generation looking at Black Panther. Even though yes, we know he's a comic book character, but he's the first black superhero, like for real black superhero in comic book history, and we seen that in movie form exactly how we wanted to see it. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
Yeah.
you had Blade.
You had Blade, and you had that, but I'm just saying, and you had Blade, but Blade was the first one we had on film, like as far as on film. But I'm saying the first historically black superhero comic, comic book character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
That's
that
what.
makes
That's
sense.
why. That's how I mean. We got a chance to see that, and then you got a chance to see like it didn't fail, and it didn't disappoint. Like you saw, it was like everything you wanted. It wasn't on no slave shit. It wasn't on no coon shit. It was
Just
royalty.
solid.
It was.
Right.
It was, bro. That's what I'm saying. And now it was just a magic moment, I think, within the black community that we had that that he literally gave us, and since now that it's going, or he's going, you know, it's just sad to see that someone that we wanted to keep giving us that is no longer able to anymore. So, and at the same time, that you know his family, definitely, love the rest of his family, man. Like, his wife that he just married, I'm pretty sure his mother and father, man, his friends that he went to school with, yeah, I feel for my brother, man. So it's like it's like seeing a big cousin going away, man. So I hate to, it's sad to say it, man. And, rest in
I
peace,
don't
my
know,
brother.
man.
So
I feel like
that's how I feel on it.
I feel like I'm in a mixed place. Like, I do want him to be honored, but I also feel like I don't want to give up. Well, not me personally, but the storyline, because the storyline is what represents everything, right? That
Right, I feel you.
um, that it shouldn't be given up, because it's not to say that somebody else can't embody it, and you got so many other kids that are just like, for instance, my son, right? Like, by the time he's probably old enough to really understand it, and connect to it, it might be somebody else, you know.
I hope so, man. For real. I mean, I hope that, man. I think that's what I'm saying for right now, man. Like, yeah, yes, you could definitely, you should, man. But let's say you wanted to continue the male role. That's why I say if you had like someone like a John David Weinstein, we'd be yeah, I do continue. But Dr. Manhattan, basically like Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen for niggas who don't know. Either him or like I said John David Weinstein, someone like that. And like I was gonna say that's why like if you make him like a Casper Cole, make him like make him like that. And then since he did technically was Black Panther before,
You said Casper Cole.
yep, Kevin
Who
Casper, yep, Casper Cole, yep.
who is
He
Casper? I don't think I'm familiar with him.
honorary Wakandan basically, man. He was basically honorary Wakandan, American dude, black African American dude. He actually, I think I want to say he was the original White Wolf or White Tiger, one of them. I can't remember. I want to say it was White Wolf. I want to say the Castle Cole's White Wolf, but he was Black Panther before Shuri became Black Panther for a second, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken. Like if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I was that would be dope. You can introduce someone like that, and that White Tiger, that's his name, White Tiger. So and you get and yeah, man, you know why not? I mean, that'd be dope. And then plus, this it's a dope ass creation by Christopher Priest. Who definitely brought Black Panther like back in the '90s. And it's like one of those things, man. That you basically found out. He's more of a vigilante style person, but he definitely that dude though, man. So it's just something like if you want to continue that story, because like I said, you can use Shuri, you can use Casper Coles to continue the story out, have that going on. But I don't know. But I do feel you that the story of Black Panther, the lore shouldn't end. The lore should not end, but the role maybe in the future, maybe down the line, but just for right now, the way Black people feeling, I think it may be best just to not even cast a T'Challa and just try to figure out how to work it and try to go forward. That's what I'm thinking. At least for right now.
Jules is in here in the building with us. What's going on, my
What up? What
brother?
up? Y'all can hear me? I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah, you good, you good, you good. We just talking about
Look,
the death of Chadwick.
oh yeah. Sad, man. Talent lost. You know,
So I pretty much
it's not easy
explained
on.
my feelings on my end, man. So Jules, you got it, man. Explain your side.
Yeah, that dude, man, talented dude. I tell people when you got to watch Draft Day to see him in a different kind
Yeah.
of role, man. You know what I mean? Small, but it was effective. Like it was. The dude is talented, man. Just hearing that, man. Like it just goes to show too, man. He's been fighting that for a minute. Even when he made the Netflix film, you know what I mean? A little one in LA or something. I mean, he's been
Yeah, Message from the King.
Message from the King, man. Like, yeah, he's been battling, Just really wakes you up, man. Makes you realize, man, life is short, man. Gotta really take care of each other, ourselves, and definitely honor this dude, man, because he played that role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
What's your favorite role from Chadwick?
Black Panther for me right now. I mean, of course, for me, it's always gonna be Black Panther, man. Because
yeah,
I mean, it's just out of all the roles, even though, like I said, all the roles he played, man, all the historical figures from Jackie Robinson to Thurgood
Yeah.
Marshall to James Brown, everyone he plays, dude, was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was just you became Black Superman. You playing Superman for like the Black community. Like he was like on some king shit, man. That's when like it was like too iconic at that point. It's like you forever immortalized like as T'Challa. Like we see you just like how niggas like say Christopher Reeve. We look, oh, Christopher Reeve, Superman. Oh no,
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther.
It's kind of hard to see him in something after. That's how an impact he made with that role. You know what I mean?
Right. It's
Almost
just like Heath Ledger being the Joker, like back in the like it says like damn, like who can you see is playing the Joker? That's kind of how Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa. Like who the fuck could you see us? Like whoever come after him gonna have to, eventually gonna have to be stellar because that's some large shoes to fill because he really brought that to the table.
Yeah, he did.
Right, man. Rest in peace to brother Chadwick Boseman, man. If anybody has a chance, y'all need to. I would say definitely go check out and see
Spike Lee.
The Five Bloods. Yeah, the Five Bloods was good. I really like the Five Bloods, and he's going to be in his last role is two different roles. He's got Ma Rainey's Black Behind, and the last one is the switcheroos for Marvel. Where they would like what if, and he's playing Star-Lord. It's like what if T'Challa ended up being Star-Lord and he was the alien.
Oh wow!
And that's animation though, so
yeah.
Gotcha.
But he's voicing it.
Yeah, he's voiced it. He already did it. Yeah, he already did it.
Okay, cool. That's dope.
All right, fellas, what y'all been watching, man? What has everybody been watching out here?
Hey, Cobra Kai.
Hey, yo, Cobra Kai's hard, man.
Yeah,
Cobra Kai hard, man.
Dude, Cobra Kai's hard, man. I'm on season. I just started season 2.
Yeah, I think we crossed over into season 2. It's just good. We just keep flowing with each episode. Me and wifey, man. It's a good show, man. That's a good series. And the way they put it together, because at first I was like, YouTube. I didn't realize YouTube had their game up when they first produced that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was their first show, I think, was the Cobra Kai.
That's
but
legit.
Netflix took it over. Netflix taking it over for season 3.
So then that means it'll be just on Netflix after that.
Yep. This is on Netflix. Yep.
Oh, that's dope though. That's good. Because it's definitely worth it, man. Because it's not like so nostalgic you have to just be in that time period. It's just glimpses of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throwbacks to the you don't barely even have to watch the movies. You almost just could
it gives you a little bit of better flavor if you have though. Like they drop, they drop the
absolutely
characters in there, and you're like, oh snap, that's what such as that type of stuff.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's good though. That's definitely a good show.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been watching Kingdom too.
What is that on? What is that on?
Frank Grillo. That's on Netflix, but that initially that came out on Dish Network or so, I don't know, some network, and then Netflix picked it up.
Fire. Oh wow, okay.
Listen, man, we almost finished with season 2. We'll be going right into season 3, but it's based around the the MMA fighting. But Frank Grillo, he played in Civil War. I forgot his name. Crossbones. But he's dope, and of course he's in there. He's like the main character, and then you got Jonas. One of the Jonas brothers is an actor, and then a few other people, man. But it's such a good series, man. Really good series. But definitely check that one out. I think that's one of the, good things to go on Netflix, man. And hopefully Netflix bring it back because it's 3 seasons. I think it ended at 3 seasons. But with the response that people are giving it right now, they might pick that one up, reboot that, or not.
Oh, you think so?
Continue it. I think because it's that good, man. I think it's really worth it. So they might. You know how they did with Lucifer and all that.
Yeah. Because Lucifer is on Netflix now, right?
Yeah. What's season 5 now? I think or something.
Yeah, something crazy. I didn't even know that show was. I didn't know that show was gonna get that much tick like that.
Me neither. I didn't know that either. But definitely worth it, man.
Anything else you've been watching, man?
For me, I've been watching so much. I'm trying to remember what. Of course, we just jumped on Cobra Kai, so that just took over everything. Kingdom was there, and I think my wife was watching Handmaid's Tale. and I would jump in little by little. But that's fire too. I just can't read.
Right.
It's deep
Show,
though.
ain't
That's
it?
deep though.
Hell of a show,
Hey,
ain't it?
huh? You said what?
Hell of a show, ain't it?
Yeah, this is a little deep. You got to really be ready for that.
Yeah.
What
But
show is
other
that?
than that, that's pretty much Hands Me
Handmaid.
Tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to bounce out on that one, man. It was doing too much.
Did Princess side eye you?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh,
Did
for
she?
watching it?
No, I'm just saying, like anytime that she
Oh,
was
she.
side eye, you just like, mm. Uh-huh. Yup. Yeah,
Hey, yo.
but but you know, but just because of that world, man, I can understand how
Yeah.
anyone would just kind of look at a dude like,
Oh, absolutely.
like
It's
it's
really
just
good
what.
though. It's interesting. It's like it's really empowering women in the situation that
Mm-hmm.
they're in, and there's a deep message throughout that whole show. Like, and I don't even watch episodes consecutively, but she's on it, and she's waiting for season 4 to start. But I tell you, man, every time I just sit down and peek at it, man, it's pretty legit, you know. But that's it for me. Not really, nothing too much. Other than I watched Greyhound, the film with Tom Hanks,
Okay.
How's
and
that?
then that was good. I mean, Apple Plus, it's free for a year. You snatch it, get that free movie,
Yeah,
and all the shows that's on there.
that's the submarine movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or submarine movie, right?
Yeah. It's based around that submarine movie, that whole kind of unified nations, man, trying to float through, and I think it was the Russians or somebody setting it off. But it's really good. It's really good. But I literally I watched. I got into war epics that night, and so I watched Midway right after.
Okay.
Midway was good, man. Surprised me. I
I need
heard
to
bad
peep
things
that.
about it. Yeah, it's worth it. It's on HBO. I was like, yo, let me watch that, man. It was definitely worth it, man. It was nonstop. I said, ain't nobody gonna be able to keep up with Pearl Harbor, man. That movie was dope. But it was, that same era right after Pearl Harbor. It had this, Midway was between, in the Pacific between 2 points, but it was pretty good, man. Pretty good. And the slew of actors in there too, man. You know?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ted, what you been watching, brother?
You know what? It ain't really been much. I'd have to really think about it. Like, I feel like I started a lot of stuff and then just let it go. Uh,
It'd be like that though.
it's for real,
I understand
bro.
it,
It's just
man.
because there's just so much, and then life, and whatever. I started the Umbrella Academy. I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm on like a third episode. I feel like I started Agents of Shield. I'm on like the fourth episode. Uh, what else? Uh, Lovecraft Country. That's probably
Mm-hmm.
my favorite. That's one I've been looking forward to for a minute.
Yeah, and look, everybody out there will be reviewing Lovecraft Country for the first about 3 episodes, every 3 episodes. So we look out for that as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what? Doom Patrol too. That's what I did watch.
See, I need to get into that.
Yo, you got to. You have.
so it's
James, you
worth
ever
it.
watch
Doom
that?
Patrol is worth it.
No, I need to, man. I need to catch up. I'm
Oh,
trying to catch up on all my stuff, man. So that's
that's it. The way they put that together, man. I like my little written stuff, man. Well written. I think Ted, you appreciate that series because, of course, the goof comes with it, but it's really good, man. A really, really good series, man. Doom Patrol and, of course, Umbrella Academy. So yeah.
Let me think. I gotta finish up the Five Bloods. I think we talked about all the other stuff like Blocky and uh, there's a couple other stuff. Nothing big though, man. Like I just feel like I'm behind on everything. I started the third season of F is Family. F is for Family from
Mm-hmm.
That's my shit, dog.
that shit's
Which one
crazy,
was
Love
it?
bro.
that show.
What
Love
F
is
that
is
it?
for
show.
Family.
Uh,
It's an animation with Bill Burr as a kid. It's ridiculous. Uh, what else? I just got my son into Adventure Time because it's like some of the stuff that we can only watch. So he loves Adventure Time.
Yeah, you at that stage, yeah. You gotta pick and choose real
Yeah,
wisely.
everything, bro.
Yeah, you sick
Everything.
face right now. Look.
Dog. I've seen it. That's what I really need to do a review on. Let me talk to y'all about Word Party. Let me talk to y'all about Story Bots.
Yeah.
The kid shows. I got to stay up on PJ Masks.
Right. Good old PJ Masks. Xander
No
still
PJ
watches that movie.
Masks.
I did run through that series, man, that Transformers War for Cybertron, though.
Yeah. What you think about
Nice
that,
one, man.
Jules?
I can't even front, man. They
I
kept
liked
it
it.
simple. They kept it simple. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was dope. The
And then the
voices
next
was a
season,
little.
and then they going to Earth. The next one, then the third season is supposed to be Beast Wars.
Oh, that'd be kind of dope.
Nice. Oh,
That's
right there.
really
That's
good the way they did that, man. It's interesting. You know, it's always had to been about Energon. It can't be about everything else. You got to, you know what I mean? There's always
Yeah.
been that when it's the series back in the day. That's what kept it simple. And I'm not saying keep it so simple that you're like, predictable, but kind of just have that battle amongst each other, man. We didn't need to come to Earth either. I feel about coming to Earth, man. Stay out there.
Yeah, stay out there for somewhere far.
Yeah, because it's an animated tool. We don't need it. We don't need to have the human counterpart in this one. But it's still, I mean, I would like to see what it does in the next season. Actually, it's still volume 2, though. So it won't even be the next season. This is still
Yeah, no,
pretty
volume
much,
2 is supposed to be on Earth, and then volume 3 is gonna be Beast Wars
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that'll shut down the season after that, I guess, maybe if they decide to do it beyond that point.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, what about you, James? What you been watching?
Let's see. Like I kind of
James, can I
told you.
pause you for a second, bro?
What's up? What's up?
How you get the background on your joint?
All right,
That's hard.
So basically for y'all who know about Zoom, Zoom has a virtual background feature,
Oh, that's
and
dope.
so I'm in my basement, right? So I'm in my
Yeah.
basement. I got my webcam up, but I wanted to make sure I wanted to use the green screen. So what I did was I got a lamp that I'm using right here, and with this lamp, I just turn the lights off in the basement, turn this lamp on, and I can turn on like the green screen function in the back, but everything since it's so like pitch black in the background, pitch black in the background.
Yeah.
It
It
kind of
looks
works.
good, though.
But yeah, but I mean, if I had an actual green screen, it'll probably look a lot better. But
Yeah.
but just sometimes I just thought it was cool, man. It's
Ain't
just
nothing
cool.
wrong with that. I like it. That's
Yeah,
dope.
but now, but as far as shows though, what have I been watching? Okay, so I have been anime wise. I have watched Food Wars.
What? Hey.
Bruh, let me tell you something, dog. Let me tell you
Food
something.
Wars.
My nigga,
Hey.
let me tell you something. Dog. All right, Food Wars. Okay, remember I told y'all like ages ago that it's almost every subject imaginable for anime, and they just extra as fuck no matter what it is. This is one of them. So it's as
Wow.
anime as you. So it's hella extra. Like so, it's young kids was like middle school, high school age kids, going to this prestigious academy over in Tokyo, like one of the top culinary schools, like on some the Japanese version of Cordon Bleu type shit.
Mm.
And everyone in the school supposed to be like this super expert gourmand and like all types of different styles and all different ways, and it's mad extra. Like you got it's all the stereotypical tropes. So like
Yeah.
the school, all like the super schoolgirl fantasy. Like let me tell you, Japanese people can be some perverted people when it comes to anime, dog. Like, cause like you was like. You got these girls, dude. Every girl on there built like an Instagram model, and they like 14, 15. All right.
Yo.
And then when they eat food, all of them like bursting out of their clothes.
Oh, that's too
They're like
funny.
everyone bursting out of their clothes, and like it look like it represents an orgasm. Yeah,
Oh no.
I swear, I promise you, anyone who watches anime who have watched Food Wars, I'm not lying.
Damn.
So yeah, that's what happens. So
That is funny.
but the dope thing about Food Wars is everything on Food Wars you can literally recreate in real life. Like everything that they make on Food Wars is a real dish. Like they
Okay.
do a lot of food fusion shit. So like a lot of stuff maybe like something
Mm.
fused with like Japanese cuisine, fused with Italian cuisine, or it's French cuisine, fused with Indian cuisine, like all types of food fusions and different kinds of shit. It's all types of weird, wacky shit, but everything you can literally, because I think they have like I think in like the actual manga comic book, like they actually have the legit recipes for everything that was cooked for that chapter or episode. If it was
Hmm.
a TV show, if it was a TV episode, and so it's pretty cool, man. Like if you really on some foodie shit, you really like food, man. You just want to watch something different, but that's actually kind of
Yeah.
pretty decent on the story. Like I said, if you just get past all the super extra shit that be going
Right.
on,
Right.
it's actually a pretty dope show. So Food Wars been watching that, and
That must be a really crazy show if it's super and extra. It's super extra shit.
super.
So it's super shit and it's extra shit
It's
together.
super fucking extra, dog. I promise
Yeah,
you.
honestly though, since when anime hasn't been though, there's so much,
You'll see
you
what I
know.
mean. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's one of it's kind of it's over the top, but it's cool though. It's cool. But like I said,
That's dope though.
I've been watching Samurai Jack, like I was telling y'all before, and I'll kind of keep it brief with this. So for anyone who's never seen Samurai Jack on Cartoon Network back in the day, over 10 years ago, like yeah, oh shit, maybe 20, shit, 15, at least 15 years ago. So 15 years ago, the same dude who made Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Laboratory made Samurai Jack. And Samurai Jack is basically a samurai, based by anime inspired show about a samurai thrown into the future by this evil demonic wizard that took over the world, and he threw Jack in the future from when they was in ancient Japan fighting, so he could take over the world. So it's like thousands of years in the future, like humanity is interacting with aliens, and he had took over like solar systems and galaxies and shit.
Oh
Like it's all,
wow.
yeah. Like basically, Samurai Jack was basically like a holy warrior, basically meant to kill him. Like he's literally meant to kill him. He was trained since childhood, like on some T'Challa type shit, to basically take him out specifically because
Mm.
his dad took him out a long time ago, and everything was cool. Then he came back, got his revenge, took his dad prisoner, fought him, actually almost won, got thrown in the future on some cheat shit, and that's how the evil wizard, his name's Aku, took over everything. Took over everything. Literally, I mean, super like this super advanced society, but like also it's like Mad Max mixed with like Judge Dredd mixed with uh all types of shit, just like all different kinds of eras and like different shit fused together. It's the wildest shit, man. But like it's real cool. But like it's just this ancient Japanese samurai who has no name, mind you. He has zero name, so you never know his actual name. He's just called Jack when he gets in the future by like these young hip ass alien niggas. You know what I'm saying? And they just, hey, what's up, Jack? Hey, Jack, you cool? Hey, hey man, this Jack cool. Just as some slang. So he just took that as his name. So technically his name is, but they just just call him Jack. So and then so you kind of got that, and it's him traveling all over the world trying to find a way back to the past to stop the evil wizard from taking over by killing him. And so he almost killed him once. He just got cheated out of his kill. So he was like, I want to go back and finish what I started. And so it's just him trying to go back home. But it's hella dope. It's like extremely great writing. Like I say, it's up there with animes. It's out there like all the best animes, like for real, for real. Like, and it's like I said, the show itself like 15 years old and it started on Cartoon Network. Then I remember it stopped, and then I remember what was it last year? I want to say they brought it back out as an Adult Swim series to finish out the whole story. So the whole show is done, and the whole show is on HBO Max if you want to watch it. If you guys got
That's
HBO Max,
dope.
so yeah, so Search Samurai Jack, it's 5 seasons by like 60 some episodes. Nothing, you can blow through it in easily a month's time. Maybe if you watch 2 episodes a day. So if you want to do that, but yeah, other than that, man, great show.
That's dope.
Anything else? Anything else? Y'all peep? I mean, I've been peeping. I mean,
King
Lovecraft Country has been killing it. On the low, I've been watching P Valley, man.
You know
Yo,
what,
my
bro? I've
man's
been
trying
hearing
to put
about
me
that,
onto that.
dog. I've been hearing about that, man. Like,
P
Dope.
Valley's dope, man. P Valley's dope. P
You gotta
Valley's
have Stars Network, right?
yeah, it's on
And then,
Stars, man.
yeah. I'm
On
about to sign
Stars.
up. Try to catch that then.
Yeah, it's on Stars, man. And then also, man, the Shy, man. Shout out to the Shy. It was a pretty good season this season as well for the Shy.
Oh, word? Good.
Yeah, it's considering that what they had to do with all the switches with Lena Waithe, with the Jason Mitchell situation and all that.
Yeah.
Considering they had to switch out, literally kill off his character and some other characters just to move the plot along.
Yeah.
It's decent for what they try to do. Maybe not superb, but like as it could have been, but they did okay with it.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to catch back up on that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. DC fandom, man. Jules, I know you was you on this?
Yeah, I was on it as much as I could, man.
Yeah, let's break
Me
it down.
too, brother.
Let us
Yeah,
know
go
what you
for it,
thought.
man.
It was well, I mean, I try to watch pretty much the whole thing, but it was more or less, a lot of yapping. But it was really worth it, man. You got a lot of insight from the president, Jim Lee. A lot of insight on what's happening with DC, because I know we always, DC's up in the air. They everywhere right now. They don't have no direction, but it seems like they really flowing around this whole the multiverse and all that. You know what I'm saying? So really gonna capitalize on that and let everything be individual. I know we talked about this, but let all those movies like Joker, Batman, those things be separate from the Justice League stuff, and of course what they're doing with the whole Zack Snyder. So it definitely worth it, man. I mean, the Suicide Squad game, crazy. You know what I'm saying? The Gotham Knights game, crazy. I'm not gonna talk about the Batman's trailers, crazy, but you know what I mean?
Bro.
So hey, listen. My wife is not feeling it at all.
Really?
I don't know how she's not feeling Edward though. You know what I'm saying? So she said, that's not my Batman. I was like, gotta give him a chance though, man, because when he walked in that room, I said, look, man, I can't even front. He has a certain swag with that. She's not feeling this one. She's not feeling it, man.
Bro,
Her favorite.
Not even when the beatdown happened, he said, I'm vengeance.
That's what I thought. I thought showing her that was going to have a hype, lose her mind. Oh, my God, it's going down a minute. No. Nobody, she not feeling that Twilight dude at all. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But, that, for me, I'm here for it, man. I mean, it happened with Ben. It happened with Christian Bale even at one point. It happened with everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? It happened with, come on, let's keep it real, Robert Downey when he took Iron Man. You know what I mean? A lot of people was like, why? Yeah, but there's so many. Matt Reeves got a vision, or you know what I'm saying? That's his director, right? Matt.
I trust him. I mean, he did Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes, so I trust him with it. So.
Yeah, I trust him on that. And just the visuals looking at it, though. You know me, I like my dark. I ain't gonna front. But the fact that they keeping it where they keeping it, and that's cool. Let it be that. But it didn't look cheesy, man. It looked like, all right.
It looked good.
And I heard there was no CGI in that trailer, too. So that's a lot, too. When you're watching the film and it's not CGI to take over anything. So that's pretty dope. I want to see how that plays out, though, man. I got hype when I seen your man, Peoples. You know what I'm saying? I got hype off of Peoples, man. Seeing him. I forget his name all the time.
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, yeah.
You know and what's wild, man, is Colin Farrell, dog. I was like,
bro, I ain't recognize him. That's crazy, right?
They said that he's before. That's before he's Chester Copperpot, though, right?
That's
before he becomes that's before he becomes the Penguin.
Yeah, absolutely. It got to be. But that's the thing. I didn't even pay attention to that when I seen the teaser. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I watched a meme, I think it was, I seen where exposed it. I was like, yo, that's bugged out. I didn't pay attention to that part at all.
It's just like seeing Christian Bale when he was Dick Cheney. He was like, that's not Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
It's kind of like, yeah, man. But no, I would say this, man, like, it reminds me of what's my joint, man? Seven. It like if you put like Batman and Seven in the same, like
Hmm. Because
oh,
it's supposed to be kind of. It seems like it's a little bit of quarter owls, right?
Mm.
it might be Quarter Hour, but it's definitely Riddler. I mean, it's definitely Riddler the villain. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Riddler find a way to say like, hey, your family was associated with Quarter Owls, and I mean, because that would be a dope reveal because like we about to see Batman and
Actually be a
be
detective.
that's the main thing I think when
Mm.
people have it's like nah like we gonna see him beat the fuck out of people obviously like we saw in the
Yeah,
trailer he
yeah,
beat the fuck out of dude like that's gonna happen but
yeah,
if you want to see Batman as Sherlock Holmes like
yeah.
which he's actually supposed to be known for let's see him be Sherlock Holmes and
Do you think
so
that's why the filming is done in the UK wherever it's done? Like, I mean, are they looking for that kind of like that feel? The Sherlock, because that's what it looked like to me almost.
I don't know I mean it could possibly don't know but I mean I will say this though if they're really gonna be involved, then it's gonna be a lot. Then it's gonna test like how good, like how much do you like thought provoking shit? Because if it's the whole thing is he's going to confuse the fuck out of you almost 95% of the
Yeah,
time until the very end. So like, are you that kind of person who likes shit like
yeah,
riddles? Do you like riddles? Do you like can you like detective stories? Do you like crime? Like, if this is really gonna be a true crime drama that you're gonna have to really put some thought into it. Are you gonna be able to get into that, or are you gonna be like, I want to see all the action? Did it? Like, no, no, no. If it's no. This is we watching True Detective right now,
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
So it's like it's not that we watching True Detective. So I mean, it's like I said, it's a legit crime drama. It's seven. It's like
Yeah.
it's seven with Batman in it. So it's just like, but Riddler is John Doe in this case. So
Mm.
it's just like, why not? So that's why I'm at with it. But as
We
far as
should.
that decent fandom shit, man, like I got a chance to watch that, bro. Like the whole thing was they did really good, man. Like you
Yeah.
saw all the trailers, bro. Like the
Oh yeah.
games, with the games, that definitely had me, man. I was looking at it, I was like, oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
But especially that Suicide Squad trailer, I was like, oh,
This what
Yeah.
we doing.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this is after all the, and this is, and I think
What y'all think
everybody,
about that Suicide trailer?
bro, that's right after the Arkham Knight. That's right after the end of Arkham Knight. So this is what happened to Harley Quinn after the whole Arkham series. I was like, oh, so she with the Suicide Squad now. And then you got the movie coming out, which is
Hmm.
that's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's what I'm
interesting.
talking about. What y'all think about the movie
The
trailer?
Well, it was more clips, of course, but I can't front. It looks legit, man. It's like behind the scenes stuff that they showed, but it was interesting, man. It didn't look, like I guess like so to speak, the first one. You know what I mean? It,
Yeah.
it had something to it that it looks like they went deep on it. You know what I mean? In that way.
right.
So I'm hyped for that. I'm definitely hyped for that.
It's just like with like when you actually did what's the movie Harlequin. Like why that's another movie I saw, the Harlequin movie. Like I got a chance to watch that, and which is actually very good. People
Mm.
didn't give that a shot. That's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I watched it too. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. It
it's
was.
actually pretty good. Like if you give it a shot, no, it's really good. Made by the same person who made Deadpool 1. So it was very well done, and I could see Suicide Squad. They take that on that kind of like same vein and build off something like that, off like
Yeah.
how they did Harley Quinn. Then yeah, you guys, the Suicide Squad gonna be a good movie. Then it's just people just got to give it a chance. It's just first perception of that first Suicide Squad movie just didn't go over as well, so people just wasn't kind of feeling it. It's just like, but I mean, if you watch Harley Quinn, you'll give Suicide Squad a second shot. I mean, at least the new version. So that's how I
But
feel
do
about it.
you think that what David is posting constantly about Suicide Squad's original, you know, before it was chopped up? You know what I mean? You think that's a whole different movie versus what we got in the theaters?
Possibly. I mean, Snyder Cut is. I mean, I mean, we're about to get a Snyder Cut next year. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
for that, for that exact reason that you just said, Warner Brothers, let's call a spade a spade. Like I said a long time ago, and like I
Hey,
ain't
yeah.
defending it, saying like it was Warner Brothers fucking shit up this whole time. Because they was real quick to say, "No, there's no Snyder Cut, never will be a Snyder Cut that doesn't exist." And now Snyder Cut coming out in 2021, and
Yeah.
we got a whole trailer with that, which definitely was worth it. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, and especially if it's gonna be 4 hours chopped into like an hour long,
Four episodes. Yeah.
four
Yeah.
hour long episodes.
I
That's
mean,
gonna
do
be
y'all really think it's gonna be something totally different though? Really, I mean, the plot line is still the
I,
same.
absolutely.
it's gonna be an
It,
alternate retelling
you
of the
got to
same
remember
story.
how they did, Cyborg's pops at the end of the theater release. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Right,
what we
right.
seen in that teaser trailer. I mean, it from every angle. Because I think as much as Zach himself posts about Cyborg's story being like the heart of the film and such and such, that's important. I think that what we do need is that in-depth look at these characters. I think we just put them together in that last film, ran down the block, saved the world. That's it. Bam, we're good. But this is gonna actually go deep on each character, which is I think is very important, man. Does it change the game for like Aquaman 2 and stuff in the future, like Wonder Woman? I don't know, but let us get that though, so we can make that decision. You know what I'm saying? It's only right, especially if you're a fan of Ultimate Edition, BVS, Man of Steel, and that vision and that story, and without them being chopped up, you know,
I'm
it's
with you on
important.
that, man. I'm
Yeah,
there
yeah.
with you on that.
But
Like,
I've been saying this for the longest, man. You have to have different avenues for these different projects, man. Zach is dope, but maybe the theater just ain't ready for Zach's vision as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Bring this right to where it's at. HBO Max, good job. You know what I mean?
no, real talk. No, you're right. And I agree. And it's one of those things that now that we see that someone like Zack Snyder, especially with like you said with the ultimate cut of B versus
Yeah,
S, is like, oh, had we gotten that before,
yeah. Be a whole
criticism for
different,
that
yeah.
would have been a way different reception. And
And I think too, not to cut you, but I think Zach coming off the heels of Christopher Nolan, you know what I mean? And that because that's you got begins in '05 and then you have rises in 12, right? That's a long little gap of darkness. You know what I'm saying? And just when the heels of the Avengers and all that stuff started coming together, we were still coming out of that dark trilogy. I think maybe for Zach it was to come behind that in that dark way might have been too much, man. I think that's what might have lost people with Man of Steel, and then continuing deeper with Batman vs Superman. You know what I mean? Because even though we appreciate the ultimate cut, you know what I mean. I think for the theaters, this is a big issue, and I could humbly say that. Like I think maybe some of that stuff just needs to be on smaller screen, man, so we can really enjoy
Yeah.
it without no bias, man, no judgments, nothing. Especially like the
okay,
boys, like the Marvel slew of before Iron Fist, you know,
Right.
But yeah. So
Well,
I'm
I mean, do y'all
excited.
now you're
y'all
right.
think
You're
the
Yeah,
right.
DCU is over? Y'all think it's over?
nah,
Nah,
I think they're
nah,
gonna play
nah.
on that though, and I think the response to what happens with the Snyder cut is gonna tell a lot on what HBO Max does beyond that point. I think it's important for them. I mean, come on, they rallied up so crazy and got the film a release year. You know what I'm saying? That's important.
Yeah.
Not a date, but a release year. And the fact that they putting it together now, there's a market for that. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this so many times, man. I always kept saying, go Netflix with it. Go Netflix with it. Take it small. There's such a market for that dark, kind of deep, in-dive story, but you have to kind of give it a chance and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, yo, let's make that back to the umbrella of all of these heroes, because you have to have the Shazam counterpart. You have to have those pieces of the puzzle. What boggles me is Hans Zimmerman going back to Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? To do that score versus not want to do another genre-related score since Batman vs Superman
Right.
kind of got thrown under the bus. So that's kind of dope. It might be just one thing to see it coming back together in some way. You know?
Right, and I mean, it's just the one thing that people, like I said, people really trying to see that it wasn't Zack Snyder's fault. It
Nah.
was Warner Brothers. Like I kept
Yeah.
on telling people, it's like, nah, it's Warner Brothers interfering, doing too much, because you could
Yeah.
just tell the way Suicide Squad happened. Like you just see
And I
how that
think
was. You know
you
what I'm
know
saying? Like that
to
was interference.
not to give Warner Brothers too much credit at all. I'm not trying to sound like that, but I think Warner Brothers was open to a lot, Zach, prior to Avengers coming out, prior to that whole change of tone between the films in this genre going forward from like the early 2010 and up. You know what I'm saying? And I think they just was like, yo, you know what? Let's get that Disney money. We need that money on the boards. These kids are hitting billions with just second tier movies, you know.
And you can do that with something like Shazam, and you could do something with the animated stuff, and you can even somewhat do that with Wonder Woman, which all that worked out. Don't get me wrong, it totally 100% worked out.
Yeah.
But like I said, like just build off what you got. Like clearly, I mean, we're about to see, Zack Snyder's whole 4-hour vision of like what he wanted for Justice League. And if this 4-hour version of Justice League is anything like, if this is the first time they fight Darkseid, this isn't going to be the last time they're going to fight Darkseid. So it's like, this is kind of like how they even kind of linked up in the first place in some instances in the comic. In the original one, it was Sorrow. In the new version, it's Darkseid. So it's like, because Darkseid makes more sense now. So
and in that teaser, they're saying that's the baby Darkseid. You heard that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
He's saying that's the baby.
Oh, that might be Darkseid before he's Darkseid.
Yeah, that's what Zach said. I was reading the little. He does that Vero stuff a lot, and then he responds to people on Vero all the time. But I read that, and he was like, "That's nothing compared. That's the baby." But
because
I'm hyped to see it though. Dude, I was a little thrown off with but I had to stop and listen to what he said about having the teaser trailer, sounded with the Hallelujah song. Because at first I was like, I know you love that song from Watchmen, you know what I mean? But it made sense to play it on that trailer because I was looking for something totally different. I don't know where my mind went. You know me, D. I'm putting Zach at a standard now, man.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. Don't put him up too much, and then
I know.
He fall.
But because I don't want to see. You know what it is? I don't want to see him fumble. You can't fumble on HBO Max. Come on, you can't. You can't do it this time, man. So
what y'all gonna say if this movie's bad again? This whole thing is bad again.
Dude, I'm not.
I don't think it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a series. It's gonna be a series. It's gonna be like it's gonna feel like all right. They gotta chop it up right.
Solely because of how we saw how B versus S was supposed to be with the Ultimate Cut. Like people like 30 minutes ain't gonna make a difference, and this thing
it made a lot
30 minutes made a hell of a difference.
This is 2 hours, so this is gonna make a big difference, man.
It's like if you're about to see what we really supposed to see, which is pretty much his real vision, or at this point the alternate retelling of like the same story. It's like I don't think it is because if he really had something worked out for this and had something fleshed out, and then he's really good at paying homage to like certain things, I think it's gonna work out.
I mean, look at the whole Flash thing too, man. I try to keep up with a lot of what they be talking about, and I think he's going deep with Flash on this whole film. You know what I mean? And that's part of the major arcs on the movie. With him and Cyborg and all that. But I got to see where it goes, man. I'm excited to see that though.
And plus, the movie and TV universe, is together now. Which I said a long time ago. The way DC can fix all this shit, just do a crisis event, fixes all this shit. And lo and behold, what happened and who started interacting? 2 Barry Allen's, 1 movie, 1 TV.
That's real. So they had to do that though. I think they had to do that, and I think September 12th they're doing something big again. On September 12th is going to dive into the whole Flash thing. But listening to the president speak in Fandom, I don't know if you heard that part, James, but he was talking about that this, it doesn't have to be this one universe. You know what I'm saying? It can be, separate, which was crazy. It was dope. I can see where they're trying to go with it, though. Everybody have their own thing. Like, Supergirl was different than Arrow, but they all kind of met somewhere,
That's real. So,
so y'all think the DCU, y'all think it still could be on a crack and like
in its own way. I'm not looking for it to hit theaters, man, and blow out competition. None of that. If there's something there and there's a story to be told with the Justice League, originally, if those part 1, 2, and 3s were supposed to be something that showed the Justice League progression, I'm for it. But keep it on the series level. So nobody beef. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's one thing I will say DC is good at doing right now, and like we always say,
Yeah.
they are really good at telling a story if it's in like a series format. Because
Yo, I'm
they get
telling you,
they
Watchmen, come on.
like because they TV game, say what you want, but it's been on lock for a long
That's
time.
why you got to watch that Doom Patrol, D. That
I know.
Doom
I'm
Patrol,
watching.
man.
Like
I
It
heard it's real
goes
good.
deep, man. Yeah, it's real good. It's real good. Umbrella Academy, all that. But their
Is
story.
there Umbrella Academy is DC?
Is it?
No.
I don't know. I thought it was.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not.
no, it's a Dark Horse. I want to say.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I
Okay,
want to say
okay.
it's Dark. I could be wrong.
But wasn't that like something with D? No, right? Or like one of
I
those little.
want to say it was maybe a long time ago, but I think it
Maybe,
ended up
yeah.
not being. I think so. I think it
Yeah.
was, but ended up not being anymore.
Yeah, I always thought it
Yeah,
was. I don't know why.
it's Dark Horse, right? Yeah, it's Dark Horse.
It's Dark Horse?
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta finish that series as well, man. I gotta finish that too.
Yeah. We jumped back on that season too. It's pretty good. It definitely good. Doom Patrol got cut short during quarantine with filming, so the
Man.
episodes they're kind of behind as far as this season being completed. So you got to kind of wait. I don't know what they gonna do, but it's really good though, D. Really
Yeah,
good.
DC app is over though, right? Like that's being folded into HBO Max, right?
I think they're gonna shut that down, man. Yeah, I heard they was gonna shut that down. It's,
It was a good run.
you said it a
last
long
season.
time ago, D. It should have never even went that route.
No,
You know what I'm saying? They should have
they
went
should have
hard
did
with
all this through
Warner
HBO
Brothers or
Max in the
something.
first
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, but see, HBO didn't have they, chips and all that at that moment too.
Right, and I guess DC was trying to get something off the ground, but it's
Yeah.
like,
Because when
man,
when you go into HBO Max, man, and you actually go to the DC little section, it's like, oh yeah, this didn't need to have its own app, and it's cool. You don't need to have its own app. Just merge that up, man.
there's supposed to be a DC Unlimited coming,
Umbrella Coat.
where it's with all the comic books, where it's gonna be called DC Unlimited.
That'd be kind of cool. But just comic books?
Yo, it's gonna be a part of the app, the DC Unlimited part of the app, where you can
So
get
with the HBO Max app.
right,
Okay.
and you can watch
Not
get your
bad.
comic books in there, your DC comic books in there.
Mhm.
So
That's not bad.
hopefully that goes
That's
through.
not
That's
bad.
just a rumor. I'm not sure if that's gonna even jump off or not, but it'd be dope if they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, yo, so look, one thing about Fandom was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of things that was crazy about Fandom, and I think it was good. And this was good for the genre, period, man, for any fan, man. You don't have to like Superman, but just for any fans to be able to see that live kind of Comic-Con, you know what I mean, enjoyment and a bunch of, teasers. But that Flash and them showing his new suit
Yeah.
for the Flashpoint film. And then in that background silhouette, Michael Keaton. That was a bit hard. I said, they going hard with this, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fell off on the Flash, man. I fell off.
No, not the series, though.
Yeah, so I'm talking about the series. I'm talking about the series.
No, not the series. I'm talking about the Flash.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller, his
Yeah,
Flash
because they're
film,
doing because they're doing Flashpoint, with Ben Affleck supposed to be back as well.
which is dope. Because I think there's a lot of people want to see Ben. I want to see Ben back in it. I think he got robbed. I think if he doesn't get a story of his own to build off of, we robbing it. You know what I mean? So if HBO Max gives him that, which would be crazy, let him do it. But aside that, for the Flashpoint film, they gave you that little peek of the new suit, kind of silhouette-y, and your man Keaton was in the background. I said, yo, that's going to bring two worlds together right there, dog. That's
right.
A happy place, man. So I'm here for that one, too. What else? Yo, they talk about Black Adam. I think.
Yeah, do y'all think that's
gonna,
y'all think that's really gonna come out?
Yeah, you're gonna introduce Just Society of America, man. That'll be dope.
But I mean, it's been in development for like 10 years, man.
Nah, but you know what though? I think with The Rock having so many different projects ahead of him, and at the point
right. But my thing is, but The Rock really wanted to push it. He could push and do it if he wanted to do it. Is my point.
I think he's waiting for the right time, because when you think about it, man, the way he's pushing it through, watching DC Fandom, the way I felt it, this is what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do what they do with the WWE, man. I feel like they're gonna really just make this a theatrical thing, where he kind of comes after everybody in the DC almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
like a
that's
Royal Rumble.
Like my thing with him is like he's trying to make it an anti-hero Venom type of thing, but Black Adam's just a villain, right?
No, I mean
He's like a real vigilante almost. He's I don't know. He's fighting for good without being
neutral.
good.
He's neutral. He's
neutral.
He's neutral.
But
like,
the way they making it is like he has his way of doing things, and that's what you know what I'm saying. So
like
it might not be,
basically.
the best.
I think the way they're gonna work it and the way it should be worked is like Black Panther. I'm sorry, Black Adam is all about conduct and by his people. So whichever way the wind blows towards his people's favor and his country's favor, that's where he's gonna go. Whether it's the hero side or the villain side.
Makes sense.
So it don't matter.
That makes sense.
So yeah, whatever's best for his country's himself and his country and his people's best interest, that's what he's going. It doesn't matter if it's hero or villain. That's what he's going. So it just happened to be more villain because the shit he be on. But as far as
I think for him as an actor, he's typecast all the time, so he can't really be the villain.
I mean, this guy.
Well, my thing is, why would he just be Shazam? Is my whole thing.
I mean, Shazam already exists.
He didn't.
No, but
he
had opportunity though. That was like 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That he'd been talking about Black Adam. They cast him as Black Adam before they got even somebody to play to play Shazam.
Yeah, that's true. They was posting.
Yeah, he was Black Adam
way half a decade ago, man.
Remember we had a whole show. We talked about John Cena should be it.
That's right.
Yeah. I wasn't with that one though. But honestly, seeing John Cena, I'm like, I can see what Darryl seen.
Yeah, man, John Cena, man.
Yeah, I can't even front John Cena. Yeah, that would have been dope. But I think they gotta capitalize on it though, D. They can't wait no longer. I think Black Adam is supposed to start filming soon. If anything, I think the fall, if I'm not mistaken. But if they don't, you might as well chuck that project out the window because if you done gave what you gave us in DC Fandom and then you're gonna bail out. Yeah, don't even stress it just because you got all these other stuff coming. You know what I'm saying? Let it come through.
Yeah.
You're right.
But
you're right.
Yeah, they can't keep prolonging this, man. You got to give us something, man. You know what I'm saying? He over there teaming up with Boss Logic, and shout out to Boss Logic. His artistic, creative, it's crazy, but they giving you that look or that ideal. And I'm like, yo, you got to give us something concrete now, man. It's been a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Double digits. Kids was born, and now they're like 12. You know what I'm saying?
We still talking about Black Adam.
And he getting older. I mean, you stay brolic, but at the end of the day, you're getting older. You can't be but so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So much older. You're already pushing 50.
Right.
49, 50. Now you're knocking it.
Even Hugh Jackman can't be Wolverine all the time, my nigga.
For real, man. For real. And the difference with Hugh Jackman and The Rock, Hugh is more lean, like cut up. The Rock is a lot of mass. That started looking funny in a minute. Remember the Hulk?
Yeah, and you better keep that up too.
The whole joint started going down. I was like, this is over.
Well, man, fellas, we're gonna wrap it up. Man, it's good to see y'all. We gotta get some more in. People have been upset at us. We got to get some more in for the people.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna front. I think we've been upset at each other too. We got to be back on this, man.
Even Jules and James, y'all just get together. You can do some reviews every now and then. Whatever we got to do, But we'll be back soon with some more content for y'all. Lovecraft Country review will be coming this week as well for everybody in the check out.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up on those. What is 2 or 3 episodes right now?
It's 3. Episode 3 just dropped yesterday.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it, so I'm like, I gotta start watching that, man.
Yeah, make sure y'all email us landocalpod@gmail.com. We got the YouTube page popping as well with Lando Cal. The Lando Cal experience on YouTube as well. Y'all can visualize and see us. If y'all listening to us, you can see us, talk about everything we're talking about. And we'll be back soon, y'all.
I'm on the show. All right.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. Peace.